So, if from what I can assume is true and we've been tricked, Nuka and Vitani have created some sort of distraction toward us. With us being distracted by them, they must have had other people with them who were sent out by Simba to rescue Kovu and to bring him back to Pride Rock. Although, unfortunately for us, we have to be sure of it. We can't just put up a fight with Simba until we know if it's true or not. We'll put up a fight either way, but originally our plan was to lead Simba out while using Kovu as bait. By the time he would have made it here, Kovu would have been by our side and under our complete mind control. Yes, and once he was under our control, we would have been able to kill Simba off, thus leading for us to finally take over the Pride Lands once more.
Okay, so what exactly do you need me for?
Just listen, and I'll tell you. So here's what we're going to do. Both Zira and I are going to stay here. As for you, well, you are to go search for Nuka, Kovu, and Vitani. Even if you are to travel far and wide, do it until you find them. And once you find them, report back to us with the exact pinpoint of their location. Got it?
Yes, sir. Also, do you mind explaining it to me when it is you both made your return? The last time I spoke to Zira was when she looked like a brown unstriped ocelot. I mean, look at you both now! You look like you came straight out of some thinned out tree bark or something.
I'll tell you later. Just focus on the job that I have given you, and I promise you won't regret it.
But I...
Just listen to him, unnamed one! I won't tell you again. Go now!
Whoa, okay, fine. Jeez, I'm sorry. I didn't think it was that big of a deal until now. But, alright. I won't let you down. I'll be back as soon as possible.
That's what I thought. Good luck out there. Are we sure we can trust him to go by himself? Knowing him, he's probably going to get distracted, especially since he doesn't have anyone watching over him. Oh, cut the idiot some slack. When has he ever failed the job that's been given to him? I mean, isn't his swiftness the reason why you still have him working for you in the first place? Well, I suppose you're right, but normally I'm by his side while he takes care of certain jobs.
Yes. And why is that?
Oh, obviously to make sure he doesn't fail. Alright, and have you ever had to correct him for any mistakes? No, not really. But that's because he knows not to make a mistake when I'm watching him. I'm sure it's not just because of that. He seems like he has skill. I doubt it would make a difference if you weren't watching after him as he did a certain job. Besides, you don't need to be by his side while he was out tracking some things. Well, tracking things as of right now, because I said that as if he was doing it forever now. For a while. We just need him to hide away in the shadows to pinpoint the location of our children. So, just relax, Zira. All will be perfectly fine. In the meantime, if it helps you feel any better, we can go hunt for wildebeests. I mean, would that make you feel better? Sure. All this talk with ambushing Simba is kind of making me hungry anyways. That's the spirit. Now come on! Wildebeest beef. My favorite. Many hours later.
I really don't want to have to tell them, but I don't want to get their hopes up. They had a long night. I shouldn't keep them waiting. Leo, there you are. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you to check in with me all night. I was worried about you. Oh, Mufasa, it's just you. My apologies. I've been busy with some things. There's a lot of stuff I need to sort out. You should know this already. Yes, I understand that. But this isn't the first time you've skipped over one of our meetings. What's going on? Oh, don't play dumb with me, Mufi. I know you like to lurk around. You've heard the news. I don't need to explain myself. Fine, you caught me. But that doesn't change why you haven't showed up to our daily one-on-one meetings yesterday. You promised you would this time. I know what I said, but a lot came over me. You know this. Don't turn this into an argument. We can settle this later, but we're currently in broad daylight right now. You shouldn't be out and about during this time. We've talked about this. We don't want any unwanted attention with people finding out that you're even alive right now. They're going to find out eventually. You can't keep me hidden forever. Especially from my son. He's been trying to reach out to me. It's going to raise some questions on why I haven't been responding to him lately, with you being the only currently known living king of the past of these lands right now. You're going to get questioned on a lot of things since you already know what's going to happen, or what's really going on. I'm not entirely clueless, but I know him and the others are down there. Do you not think I know this? You and I both know what needs to happen and what's going to happen next. Why do you even bother coming to me about this shit? You keep blocking me off from your inner thoughts, plus what you're seeing. How am I supposed to know what's going to happen next if I can't get a clear vision of you within the future? It's the one thing that helps us to collaborate with one another. I'm trying to help you, but you keep cutting off my connection to you. I know what I'm doing, Mufasa, but when you're constantly in my field of mind, I can't focus on what I need to take care of. We might be one of the same kind, but we don't think the same. We're good as kings, but we don't work well when we're internally verbal. We don't need to be interconnected 24/7 in order to know what's going on, or what's going to happen next. Even if things are blurry in our field of future readings, you should already know that it's me who you can't see clearly or properly. That's not the point. What if something bad happens and I can't be there to help you? What? Are you aware of something that I'm not? Do you see what I'm talking about? Let me back into your head. There's an old saying about the kings of the past, Leo. One can't know something without the other. We're all connected. But you keep blocking off that connection. There's a reason why we're all interconnected as one. We need each other. Especially since we're the only good ones living right now. Okay, fine. I'll unblock it. Just don't distract me from what I need to do. That's not my goal. If we can't see the same things as one another, then we can't predict what's going to happen. Not accurately, at least. Yeah. Right. Okay. It's reopened. We can talk about things later. I just need my field of mind to be cleared out for now so I can sort things out. Go back to hiding now, please. You're being a distraction towards me, which is exactly what's proving my point. Very well, then. Good luck, Leo. Don't screw things up. Just stick to what you need to do, but remember, regardless of what you need to do next, don't forget our meeting. There's a lot we need to catch up with. We might be interconnected, but we still need a clear peace of mind of what's going to happen. And also how we're gonna plan things out in order to lead things up to the way things are supposed to go. Do you understand, Leo? Of course I understand. But remember, I'm busy. Quit reminding me. Right, well, I'll talk to you later then, Leo. Finally. Now, back to what I was saying. Everyone wake up. It's morning time.
Morning time already?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh my goodness. Oh. What time is it? Oh goodness. Oh, I do not like how I woke up like that. Oh.
Well, good morning, King Kimba. It's great to see you, bud. Ugh. Shall we discuss things now, since you're here and we're all awake? You all must have been really tuckered out last night. I told you exactly what's going to be happening today, but since you're asking, no, not yet. All of you need to go find something to eat for breakfast. After you're done doing that, go wash up in the waterhole nearby. Once those two things are completed, return over here back to me. That is when we will discuss things. Got it? Why, of course. Did any of you get that? I got it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Dad. Got it. Indeed. Yep. Yes, King Simba. Loud and clear.
Okay, great. But, Kimba, just to get a good scope of the land since I haven't been here in years, where exactly is the mud hole at? Huh? Mud hole? You use the mud hole to bathe yourselves? Oh, sorry. I meant the water hole. Back at home, the mud hole and the water hole are almost the same thing. They're both in the same spot, but divided by a dip in the center of it. Apologies for the confusion. Oh, no worries, Simba. I got what you meant. Just go down in that direction over there, and you should be able to find where you need to be. But again, make sure you eat something before you wash up. You don't want to have to bathe yourselves twice from the mess of the meal on your face, do ya? Yeah, right. Come along, everyone. There's no time to waste. The sooner we can leave, the sooner we can get back.
This is gonna be a long day.
Yeah, that it will be.
Come on, you two. You heard my dad. Let's skip on out of here. Ah!
Goodness gracious. I can't believe I'm saying this, considering we're only here for our safety, but I'm actually looking forward to staying here for the time being.
Honestly, same. We might have taken forever to walk here last night, but I actually like traveling and finding new places. It might be tiring, but it's actually kind of fun. Speak for yourselves. I'm already ready to go back to bed.
What am I going to do with them? They've all been through so much. How am I going to break it to them that this is the farthest into the lands that they can go? Simba even said it himself, that regardless of what I would say, they're coming in anyways. Oh, I need to think something fast. Perhaps I can be of service to that. Mufasa, I just told you to go back into hiding. Why are you still out here? Sorry, Leo, but I couldn't help myself. Eavesdropping is just a thing I do a lot now, but forget about it. You seem like you need help trying to figure out how to settle things. It's not like anyone else is over here, so why don't you just relax? Relax? No, I can't and I won't. I gave you simple instructions. If I needed help, I would have asked for it. For the sake of Aslan! Leave me alone and go back into hiding in the shadows, Mufasa. Okay, listen here. Leo, you're not the only king around here. I don't care if these are your lands or not. You are nobody to be telling me what to do. I only agreed to hide away in the shadows, so there was no negative attention drawn towards these lands with people finding out that I'm even alive. I know what effect my actions have, but there's nobody in this area who might be able to spot me out right now. You seriously need to calm down. I'll go back into hiding in the shadows when it's relevant. You're a real pain in my ass, but fine, since you want to be that way. How exactly can you help me? Oh, so now you need help? Interesting. It sounds like to me that you were just being stubborn up until now. You're a very strange lion, Leo. Very strange indeed. Shut up. That's not the point. I was willing to do this on my own. You just won't leave me alone. Yeah, but you acted like you didn't need any help when in reality you did. But nevertheless, I already have some solutions in mind. If you can't think of how to break the news to them, carve out into a rock of what you want to say. Rehearse it, and once you get the words down, just say what you want to say. If you need to, you can either group them up from tallest to shortest in a perfectly organized line, or you can speak to Simba about it, and then he can be the one to spread the news out to everyone. How does that sound? Sounds perfect, Mufasa. Although I probably could have thought of something just like that on my own. Yes, you could have. But you're a lot older than I am, and you died a lot older than I did. My mind works a lot faster than yours does. At least now that I've given you some solutions. You don't have to take the time to think about it. Well, I guess you make a fair point, but you're still not off the hook. What made you think it was even a good idea to show your face in broad daylight? You know it's not safe to be out at this time of day. I'm aware that what I'm doing is probably a bad idea, but I made sure to check our surroundings before I decided to completely pop out. The coast is clear. It's going to be just fine, Leo. Although, you seem like you're a bit disorganized. Are there other things you're struggling to sort out? Whatever you say, Mufasa. But of course there are. What kind of dumb question is that? Although this is the exact reason why I cut off my connection to you. I wanted to take care of things by myself, but you never seem to know how to leave me alone regardless of what I do. Look, I understand your frustration, but I'm not just out here because of you. I'm out here for my son. He needs to know the truth, even if it's too soon. I can't just keep him hanging. He needs us more than anything right now. We're not even supposed to be alive, but we are. The least we can do is be there for him and his family, plus to protect them every step of the way. Why do you believe that you need to make yourself seen in order to protect them? You can protect them from afar just as easily. While they have me, they also have you. They just don't know it. Why would they need to know? It's not going to change anything if they do. What are you talking about? Of course it'll change something. Once they know the truth, we don't have to work from far distances of each other to help keep them plus your pride safe. We can work as a team. We're stronger together, and you know this. I can't even argue with you on that one. We make an awesome team when we're working together. The only problem we have is our communication skills. Yes, that's definitely something we need to work on. But that's only one obstacle. The rest shouldn't be too hard to figure out. I suppose you're right. Although, not yet. If you show your face while I'm spreading the news and answering their questions, they're just going to get distracted from it all. They may even become overwhelmed to the point it may even cause a scene. And you know what happens when someone around here causes a scene. Unwanted negative attention. Right. Well, if it's going to be a problem right now, when can I show myself to them? Only when it's necessary. In what situation would that be necessary? If there's an intruder, pride raider, or if someone is looking to cause us any sort of problems. Okay, and does that go without say? Yes, it does. Although it's not them that I'm worried about drawing some negative attention. It's the Farlanders. Anytime anyone is being loud, or if someone has caused a scene, they always jump to investigate, plus to spread the news out to everyone around them. Most of the time, the news gets out to animals who aren't even from these lands.
Oh, I see what it is. You're afraid that the news will get out to both Scar and Zira. I think I'm understanding your perspective now. The Farlanders are blabbermouths. Is that why they're not allowed any further into the Farlands?
Yes. I've thought about it through and through on what would be a perfect decision and what would be a bad one. If you show yourself to them now, the peace of the land will be disrupted. That's all I've been worried about from the start. Even now, I'm still worried that they're not going to listen to anything I have to say. I just don't want chaos to erupt.
Well, then you're just gonna have to explain to them in great detail why they're not allowed any further from this point on. It's not that complicated, Leo. If what you say doesn't stop them from moving forwards, then I'll have no choice but to step in line to prevent them.
With the way you just phrased that, it almost just seems like you're trying to find every possible excuse that you can find in order to be able to reveal yourself to them.
Well, yes, that's part of it, but you know what I mean, right?
Ooh, Mufasa, you're really pulling my leg. Oh, and yes, I know exactly what you mean. I just hope you know what you're doing, that's all.
The only time I didn't know what I was doing was when I had to rescue my son from a stampede in the old gorge. Do you really think I was expecting Scar to throw me off the edge instead of helping me up?
It's always the same story. I get it, Mufasa. You're smart, plus you always know what you're doing. Yeah. Whatever.
I'm glad you have trust in me. As for you, though, do you have things figured out now that I've helped you out in some ways?
Yes, I do. Thanks for asking.
Alright. Good to know. If you need me, I'll be in the Blackened Cave. Good luck out there, you old ball of cotton.
What? Ball of cotton? I'm not that wide of a lion, am I? Mufasa and his silly jokes. Always has something to say. At least I've got him out of my mane for the time being. Although the more I think about it, he can really be helpful in times like this. I suppose maybe there was a reason why he was labeled as one of the top 5 best kings of the past and not me. Maybe I wasn't cut out for this kind of job.
A few minutes later.
Okay, Kimba. We've eaten our first meal of the day and bathed ourselves. What is it that you needed to tell us? Well, Simba, I'm glad you all could finally check back in with me. Although before I start, I would like to be clarified on whether or not everyone is listening. Are you all listening?
I'm all ears.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm all ears.
Me too.
I'm listening up and I'm hearing you.
Me too.
I am also listening. Yes, everyone's listening.
Okay, great. Anyways, Simba, everyone else, I would just like to bring up the elephant in the room. The safety of these lands is what matters the most to me. And in order to keep you guys plus my pride safe, I forbid you all from going any further into the Farlands.
Wait, what? Why?
Is it something that we did to disrupt the land's peace? Whoa. No, Simba. Hold on. It's just, you all seem like genuine and thoughtful creatures. I want you all to be safe and protected. The animals of the lands, these lands, they have a tendency to spread rumors. If I allow any of you further into these lands, the first thing they're gonna do is start talking about it. Once they start talking about it, news spreads around fast. When the news starts to spread out, it also managed to get out to outsiders who are indeed not from the Farlands. Okay, so what exactly does that mean?
It means that if the news gets out on you all being here, then there'll be a higher chance that the peace of the land will be disrupted by unwanted trespassers. Not only that, but it's likely that Scar and Zira will be able to find your location. They sent out a hyena to search for you, that of which is known as the Unnamed One. It'll be better off if you're hidden under the radar than whatever it is you were planning to do originally.
Damn it, Mufasa! You weren't supposed to pop out yet.
Actually, you're wrong, Kimba. There is an intruder. You wouldn't have known that if I didn't pop out. He's been hiding out in the shadows, spying on all of you. He must have showed up last night, just hours after these guys did.
Oh, shit. Ugh. 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 Damn it! This is one of the easiest jobs I've been given. Why is it the one time I fail is just because of the great King Mufasa? Like, are you kidding me? Oh, get off of me now! Not for the likes of you, you unnamed freak. Start talking. How did you find this location? Don't worry about it. I'm not here for you. Ah! Ah! I'm not moving until you tell me how you got here. It's not possible. They left hours before you were sent out to come track their location. Hours before they left? Ugh, what do you know about it? It's not like you were there to see. Let me guess. Future vision?
Is that who I think it is?
Oh, Aslan. I'm pretty sure it is. What? There's no way. It can't be.
Nope. It's definitely him. Something like this has already been proved to be possible.
Why do you guys keep staring at me like that? I didn't do anything.
Did you use the regeneration spell while we were asleep?
What? No. How could I? I didn't wake up until you guys did. I'm just as confused as you are.
Weird.
Oh my goodness. It's Grandfather Mufasa, holy crap!
Huh? Dad? Ugh. And there goes Simba. What? Oh dear.